Thank you so much for being here today on Real Talk with Gene Price. My next guest is very dear to me, and I think this is going to be a great conversation, a conversation that oftentimes needs to be heard. You know, if you are sitting in the audience today and you're thinking about what's it like to have a father when you didn't have a father, you want to hear this conversation. I want you to help me to welcome my next guest, Derek Price, to Real Talk with Gene Price. Thank you. Wow. Welcome, Derek.
Hi. Hi, Gene.
Thank you for being on Real Talk with Gene Price. Before we get started, why don't you just tell my viewing audience a little bit about yourself?
I'm married. And my wife loves me very much. That's all. Oh, okay.
That's all to you.
Well, we've been married 40 years. You know, it's always awkward when we do this because we talk so much at home, but we don't get the opportunity to do it like this. So I'm the husband of one wife, thank the Lord. I have 3 children, 3 daughters, wonderful daughters, 6 grandchildren. Married 40 years. I am an entrepreneur.
Yes.
To my heart, to my soul. I love business.
You do.
Run a successful business, and with about 40 employees and some other things that I can't even share that I do, that only you know.
That's good. Yeah.
And God has been good to me. I've been saved since I was 16, and I will be 59 this year. So God has been good.
All right. Thank you. Well, we're going to dive into this conversation, and I like to, if I had to put a title on it, would be From the Heart of a Father. What has been your greatest aspiration in being a father to our 3 daughters? What has been your greatest aspiration?
Watching them grow. Looking back and seeing how they matured, knowing that I had a part in that. Unlike many of my friends and family members who don't have a father in their home, I look back and see that life would have been a lot different for them if I was not in their lives as a father.
Yeah. You know, one of the greatest things as your wife and as they're our daughters, for me, in watching you be a father to them, was I didn't have a father. So it was always a delight for me that they can have a father that they can go to, and there's a father in their life that they can run something by. And to your point, even as a woman, when you don't have that father in your life, it really does play a major role in how you see even yourself. So as you mentioned seeing the girls grow up, let's just go back a little bit. What was it like when they were little, and did they drive you insane like they did me?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. They took.
That was a delayed response.
Because I got to look at their life and their life with us in buckets.
Okay.
So that age of 1 to 5, carrying them, picking them up.
Yeah.
You got 3 girls, 1 on one side, 2 in your arms. And we were in church our whole life with them, right?
Yes.
So we were just always busy. And then, you know, they go through a season where they're in school, and then they hit this other bucket called teenagehood.
Right.
And that took years off my life. That I probably, if the Lord is my help, hopefully I'll gain those years back, but they took them. And that's because they required a lot of intervention, a lot of understanding, a lot of discipline. And yeah, so watching, oh God, it was, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I want to ask a question about faith. The girls grew up, their understanding of Christ was built on our relationship with God, right? So I'm going to take a commercial break, but when we come back, I want to kind of pivot and talk about what's it like when you see the faith that they have now. And as they were growing up, they leaned on our faith. They built their relationship. But we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back with Real Talk with Gene Price. Welcome back to Real Talk with Gene Price. I am so excited to have with me Derek Price. That's the other half of me. Thank you, Derek, for being on Real Talk with Gene Price. Thank you for embracing. I'm glad. Want to say something?
Finally, I get on the show.
I know
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
For those that don't know, there's a running joke in my house, and my husband feels he's never on my show.
That's right.
But we did a couple of cooking shows together. We had such a great time, if people
Yes.
remember. And I am excited to have you on today because I want to talk about this issue that I think is so prevalent and so real when it comes to fatherhood. So I want to ask you a question, Derek. As a father of 3 daughters, how has fatherhood shaped your perspective of life and your role in the family?
Well, there's an also responsibility of being a father that I still am grappling with today. It never ends
Okay,
because you never stop fathering.
right.
You never stop caring. You never stop loving. You never stop protecting. And as you get older, your ability to protect changes, right?
Okay.
Your interaction. Having 3 daughters, and people say this to me all the time, you know, you raised 3 daughters, how'd you do it? I really do believe that has made me a better man, having 3 daughters, and it's helped me to understand women.
Okay.
It's given me a tremendous sensitivity to the plight, to the problems, to the issues that women have, because I've lived with 4 women in my house. And it's helped me even as a pastor to be a father to many daughters in the spirit, right? Because I understand what they're going through. And sometimes brothers, they may have a problem with that because they're looking all the time for me to decide as a man, to decide, like, wait, brother, I got 3 daughters. No, that's not the way you handle them.
Right.
Because I wouldn't want my daughters handled like that. So it's helped me to be very sensitive as a father.
Interesting. So now that you're a bishop, right? How do you approach guiding your daughters spiritually and helping them build their own faith? And I don't, not from the perspective from as a title, because you were a pastor before you were a bishop, right? But how do you find spiritually, how do you guide them with their faith?
I think I've been doing that my whole life with them. One of the things I think parents don't do enough of is being transparent with their children. And I think when they look at me, they see a man that has always provided, but was not perfect. But he was transparent to share his flaws, his issues. And I taught them to be real. So I don't think I think it was ongoing with my children. I'm still teaching them. I'm still learning. They're still learning from me, but from a distance.
Right.
Before I had control over their life, I had influence over their life. I can get them just to, if I said it, this is what Daddy said, you have to do it. I learned as they got older, I can't control them anymore.
Yeah.
I can only use my God-given influence to guide them. And I'm going to tell you something. God has always warned me, and he's always checking me on this issue. Never be so nice, loving, gracious, caring, forgiving, patient, long-suffering with God's people. And you can't be like that to your own children. So when my children come to me, when the saints come to me, male and female, you know, when I talk to brothers and they're going through something, they have this look on their face like, Pastor, you know, I got to tell you something. Right away I say to them, did you murder anybody? Tell me where the bodies are so we can dig them up together and hide them. You know, I got to get them comfortable to understand no matter what you say to me, I'm going to love you. When the sisters come to me and they have an issue, the first thing, someone was in my office the other day with us, and what did I say to the young lady? What is it? Are you pregnant? Did you have an abortion? I try to do that to let them know that no matter what you talk to me about in this office, I may have to give you some correction. I may have to judge the situation, but the relationship between you and I will never change. I'm going to still love you. Now, if I can't do that with my own children, then I have a serious problem as a father and a man.
And I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, that was good. I'm glad you brought that up because oftentimes we've heard in Christendom PK kids, right? And there are times where it's hard for a father, a pastor, a bishop, to your point, to take off that hat and just be dad. Sometimes it can come off that you're, oh, not you personally, but we understand, always pastor, always bishop, but you can never just be dad. And there are times that our children, because our children are grown, but other people's kids, they just want their father. They want that father to lay their head on. They want to cry on their father. But sometimes, Bishop, fathers have a hard time when they're in those roles of taking that hat off. How do they take that hat off?
Well, for me, I really believe that I only own one hat, and that's the hat of fatherhood. The other hats are just stewardships. They're just stewardships. So when Paul is talking, he's talking to Timothy. He says, "Hey, you know, you have many teachers." He's talking to the church. You have many teachers, right? But you have few fathers. That's the hat I wear. That's the hat that I'm going to give account to God for. Not just being accountable for people's soul, but I'm going to be accountable for how I fathered my children. And, you know, people they aspire to be bishops, they aspire to be apostles, they aspire to be deacons, and they aspire for those things. But the Bible is clear that if you can't govern your house, you can't guide your house, you don't have any control over your house, you can't even be in that position. I feel like one of the requirements to even be a pastor is to be a good father. Because how can you father people in the spirit? Now again, I'm not against anyone who's a pastor without being a father. I'm just saying it just helps you to have the empathy, the sympathy, the understanding, and the wherewithal to be a good pastor.
Yeah. Thank you for that. We're going to take a question from the audience. Anybody has a question? Yes.
Daughters.
Yes.
I never grew up with a father. I don't know what it feels like to have a father. So I feel like big emptiness.
That's a great question.
Wow.
Great question.
Wow. Okay, that's. There are some things that I can't fill the void. First, as a human being, and as a minister of the gospel, as a pastor. But what I can do is try my best to show what a good father looks like to the women in the church. And I think I do. I mean, I can only speak for myself because I haven't polled anyone. I think I do a good job of loving them honorably. Everyone knows that I respect my wife tremendously, and everyone knows that she is the first lady in my life. But my wife has never stopped me from interacting and loving my children, my daughters, and she has never, my natural daughters, and she has never, ever come in the way of me trying to show love, the love of Christ to the sisters in the church.
One other question. Anyone? All right. Well, I want to thank you, Derek, for being on Real Talk. He said, that's it. Real Talk with Gene Price. Thank you so much. I think what you said was so powerful. You dropped some great nuggets on those that didn't have a father, and then you also reminded others that do have a father to appreciate them a little more. So I want to take this time and thank everyone for watching today on Real Talk with Gene Price, and we'll see you next time. Same place, same time. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave James.
We just gonna end it out right here in worship. Is that all right? How many people know this song? If you know it, you can rock with me if you don't mind. Yeah. Father, we give you glory, yeah, yeah. Yeah, y'all know the song. Come on, help me say all things are working for my good. 'Cause he's intentional, never failing. I know that all things are working for my good. Oh, 'cause he's intentional. Yeah, never failing. If you know it, say all things are working for my good. Come on, say he's intentional. Yes, he is every single day. Never failing. Come on, say all things are working for my good. Yeah, 'cause he's intentional. Yeah, here we go. Never lift your voice and say, oh. Say, oh, come on, y'all. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Break right here. Let's just move forward. It will say, I don't have to worry 'cause it's working for me. Yeah, it's working for me, yeah. It's working for me, yeah. Come on, tell yourself, I don't have to worry 'cause it's working for me, yeah, 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 yeah. It's working for me, yeah. It's working for me. Do me a favor, turn to your neighbor, say, you don't have to worry 'cause it's working for you. It's working for you. It's working for you. One more time, come on, you don't have to worry, 'cause yeah, it's working for you. If you don't mind encouraging your neighbor in this next part, everybody tell them why. It's your winning season. It's your winning season. Hey, it's your winning season. Hey, it's your winning season. Now point to yourself, it's my winning season. It's my winning season. Yes, it is. It's my winning season. It's my winning season. Hey, tell them it's your winning season. Hey, it's your winning season. It's my winning season. Yeah, it's your winning season. Hey, it's my winning season. Yes, it is my winning season. It's my winning season. I don't know if y'all want to move a little bit right here, but just follow me and just stand up. Hey, hey, and now step forward. walk in your season. It's your winning season. Hey, so stand up, hey, and now step forward and walk in your season. It's my winning season. Come on, stand up, hey, now step forward and walk in your season. Walk